Okay guys, I have a good news and a bad news. The bad news is I waited here 3 hours. My dispatcher called me and she said, guess what? I'm like, what do you have? She says, the load isn't gonna be ready until tomorrow. Hey Mark, my name is
Yes.
Yusuf. I have this load going from Henderson, Nevada to Paramount, California.
Yes.
Okay, I got here. I spoke to the shipping office. They said the load won't be ready until 34 hours later.
You're kidding me. They told me it was ready now.
Yeah, well, the shipping guy came out and said that it'll be a while before it can get ready because they gave it to 2 different brokers or something like that, and they did not know that I was coming.
Let me call him, and I'll call you right back.
Okay, sounds good.
3 hours later.
Platinum Associates, Mark?
Hey Mark, this is Yusuf.
Yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to talk to the shipper, or?
No, I've called him, left a message. I'm waiting for him to call me back. I'll call him again right now.
Okay, all right, Mark. Thank you
See
very
if I
much.
can expedite it.
Okay,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Bye. Had a hiccup that he wasn't aware of until this morning.
Okay.
They're fixing it now. He's anticipating having it ready to go hour and a half at the most.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if you could do a little bit for the delay.
Yeah, if I gave you $50, that's pretty much my profit on this load. Would that be satisfactory?
Could you do 100?
Okay, can I go 75? Because that 25 is coming out of my pocket. I was only making $50 on the deal now. I'm losing money.
Okay. All right.
It's 75.
That would do it. No problem. And that's how you get a little bit of extra money. This is a partial load, but then I don't have a partial with it. And they were supposed to get me loaded at 9:15, and it's 10:15 now, and they still have not gotten me loaded. So an extra $75 would definitely help it. Yay! Let's wait and see how and when they're gonna get me loaded.
2,000 years later.
Okay guys, I have a good news and a bad news. The bad news is I waited here 3 hours, and then my dispatcher called me and she said, guess what? I'm like, what do you have? She says, the load isn't gonna be ready until tomorrow. And she said, I'm gonna go ahead and negotiate a truck order not used. Basically, the broker was saying that she's gonna pay me 175, but my dispatcher, she said 250 or not less. So she locked it in for 250, and guess what? At the same time, I was just stressing out. I'm like, I waited here 3 hours, and now it's almost like noon, and I'll probably not get a load. But she did call me a half an hour later and said that she has a load for me that is going from Las Vegas going to Stockton, 500 miles, paying $1,010 plus the $250 that I'm gonna get for truck order not used. That's $1,250. So I'm glad that this load did not work out. So let's go ahead and pick that other load up and head to Stockton, California, guys. All right, guys, tarping job is done. Now I did a little bit of sloppy job here and a little bit of sloppy job at the back. I was I was lazy to put my bigger tarp on top of it because that one weighs a little more. So I just went ahead and put my 24 feet tarp. I think it has covered it just fine. The reason that they want it to be tarped, not because to keep it out of the weather, is because of those wrappings will come off, and it will probably damage some of the stuff that they have inside of the boxes. But I have done that mistake where I did not tarp it last time, where they asked me to tarp it because they wanted to protect the packaging, and the customer did complain, but they did not hold any payments back. But yeah, one concern that I have is that those two A-frames that they have, they put one on top of the other, and I asked him if that's how they load it usually, and he said yeah, that's how they usually load it, and you're not gonna have any issues. Just put two straps on there and you should be fine. So I am interested to find out how that's gonna hold out, and the only way to find it is to get on the road and see if we gonna have any issues. I think I have 6 or 7 straps on it, and it only weighs 2,000 pounds. 2,000 pounds going 520 miles or something like that. I am currently in Las Vegas. Yay! Going to Stockton, which is 520 miles, and they paid $1,010, just a little under $2 a mile, but it works well because I have already received that $250 that I have already mentioned to you guys about. But anyways, enough talking, Yusuf. Let's get on the road. Let's get some miles then, guys. Okay, so one thing I have forgotten to mention this time is to call the receiving and make sure that they know that you're coming. So I'm gonna give the receiving person a call and make sure that he knows that I'm coming. If not, then they will waste my time, and you know your boy does not like to wait around and not get paid for it. So
good afternoon, Crane Tech. This is Nicole.
hey Nicole, good afternoon. My name is Yusuf. I am the driver who's bringing in some freight from Las Vegas.
Okay.
I was just giving you a heads up. I'll be there at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I didn't know if I needed an appointment or not.
9 a.m. is perfect. We'll see you then.
Okay, Nicole. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Just like that, guys. That will save you a lot of headache. Trust me. It comes from a person that has dealt with those kind of headaches where you pull into that location, and they say, oh, they either don't have the forklift guy on the property, they don't have anyone to unload me, or they went to lunch, you gotta wait, or they have to rent a forklift. The worst that I've heard is that they have to rent a forklift and you have to wait 4 hours for that forklift to come by and to get you unloaded. So don't put yourself in that situation. Give the receiving and a call. All right, guys, enough talking. Let's get on the road. By the way, if you are wondering what kind of fuel card or factoring services you want to use RTS. Their link is down in the description. All right, guys, we have made it. It was a little challenging to find this place, but when I initially came, the GPS took me down that way, and I walked into the receiving office. I'm like, is this Crane Tech? They're like, no, it's not Crane Tech, and they didn't tell me where it was, so I had to call the receiver and get the correct building, and this is where she told me to come in. But yeah, let's go ahead and untarp, guys, and get this load delivered. Alright guys, the load is off my trailer. Now this is a situation where it confirms that patience will pay off, because I was gonna get ready to walk off the from the first pickup location, but something inside of me said, you know what, just wait a little bit and see what happens. So I waited an hour or so, and then they called me saying that the load wasn't gonna be ready until a day or two because it did not pass quality control. So because of that, I got paid $250. Had I not had patience, I would have first of all lost on the $250 and lost on this load as well, because that load got canceled. They paid me $250 and I got this load for $1,010. So I made $1,250 instead of what, $500. So when you have patience, definitely it will pay off. Just make sure that you stay positive and continue your journey. Anyways, this will do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.